They are all around you. Neighbors, friends, and even family members. But what are they? On the outside, they seem normal, friendly, pretty, humble. But on the inside, they are much more sinister in nature. Now, we are going to look deeper into what makes them tick in To Catch a Serial Killer. We refer to them as serial killers, but the term was recently coined not too long ago. A person only becomes a serial killer if they kill 2 or more people. There have been countless numbers of serial killers throughout history. Theodore Robert Ted Bundy was one of the most famous. He was an American serial killer starting in the late 60s and throughout the 70s. In addition to being a homicidal lunatic, Ted was also a necrophiliac, rapist, and kidnapper. Bundy has around 30-plus victims, most of which are still unconfirmed. Another, Jeffrey Lionel Dahmer, was a serial killer between the late 70s and early 90s. Dahmer killed 17 men and boys, all of which varied between cannibalism, rape, dismemberment, and necrophilia. In this episode, we are going to look deeper into the causes of why serial killers do what they do. Most serial killers have motives when killing another. These motives include anger, thrill, financial gain, and attention-seeking. All of these and more are placed into 4 different categories: visionary, mission-oriented, hedonistic, and power or control. Most serial killers fall into these categories, however, not always. Serial killers often have something called antisocial personality disorder. What is this antisocial personality disorder? Antisocial personality disorder is when an individual feels somewhat superior to another, feeling no guilt or remorse when they hurt them. There are certain tests to pinpoint this disorder, but the best is to observe how the individual interacts with others. Many of them drink. Growing up in a household of alcohol abuse, they began drinking at an early age. Serial killers most often are abused or neglected by parents or guardians. Along with parents or guardians ignoring them, they often grow up isolated and separated from other children. This causes them to become emotionally detached. This makes the serial killers need higher levels of stimulation that forces them to seek dangerous situations. This need has led many serial killers to try and become police officers. Strangely enough, bedwetting is a common sign of a future serial killer. When most stop bedwetting around the age of 6 through 8, these reported cases do not stop bedwetting until an abnormally advanced age. Serial killers have fantasies about what they never had and what happened to them. Control and violation consist of their major fantasies. Many of the fantasies are created during childhood and follow into adulthood. Research has proven that most serial killers admit to having no positive memories or fantasies as children. Eventually, the serial killer's fantasies become their lifestyle, killing over and over again, wanting every murder to be more efficient than the last. 99% of serial killers admit to have committed animal abuse. Whether it was their pet or not, they act out their sinister fantasies on these animals. We will now dive into the inner workings of the serial killer, the thing that keeps them coming back to kill again and again: the brain. Their brain is different from non-serial killers. 70% of serial killers reported to have had extensive head injuries as children. Some believe that these injuries damage the frontal lobe and orbital cortex, the area that has to do with planning and judgment. These parts of the brain are located above the eyes, in the top front of the brain. Serotonin changes your mood within your brain. A specific gene, the MAOA gene, known as the warrior gene, is what regulates the amount of serotonin in the brain. Serial killers are believed to have a different version of this warrior gene, which does not allow serotonin to control their mood. Hence, they do not calm down. Along with the unusually low amount of serotonin, some usually have an unusually high amount of testosterone, which causes them to become angrier and moodier. This combination of factors creates a cold-blooded killer.
This combination of factors creates a cold-blooded killer. As far as my personal opinion goes, I really hate serial killers and would kill one if I saw one. I mean, why do they do this? I don't understand why. Even with this information, I sure do hope I never get assaulted by... Help me! Help!
kneecaps or something? Alright, what are you doing? Back? How far do you want? All the way back?
Put on your seatbelt.
Sorry.
So, how was school?
I was okay.
Yeah.
It's just school. Can we listen to some music?
No.
I like your chair.
What?
I like the chair.
Thanks.
It's a nice green.
It's my mom's. You've never been kidnapped before, have you?
No. Still a nice chair.
Hey! Hey, where you going?
Just home from school.
Oh yeah, you need a ride?
My mom told me not to take ride from strangers.
I'm not a stranger.
Okay.
Where's the other kid?
Could we interest you in some chocolate?
Chocolate? Did you say chocolate?
Yes, sir. With or without nuts.
Chocolate? Chocolate! 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 I've been trying to catch you boys all day! Now that I've got you right where I want you, I'd like to buy all your chocolate.